Oh shit! Here we go again.
I'm not saying free Kelly, free R. Kelly. What I'm saying is free Robert.
Stop it. Get some help.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Emotional, damn it!
What's good? We back again with another episode of Make It Make Sense. Of course, I'm the one and only your host, Mr. Monray Hudson, here on this beautiful, beautiful Super Bowl weekend. And of course, I am not alone. I am joined by a colorful host of collective people. First and foremost, we have the star himself, Mr. Besides Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake himself. It is the Hollywood Sensei. What it do?
Facts. Actually, fun fact: me and Janet Jackson share the same birthday. But it's your boy Hollywood Sensei of the Bird Cartel, CEO status. You already know Justin Timberlake in the building. You just saw me on Welcome to Hollywood. You know what I mean? Make sure you go tune into that one. You know what I mean? Had a nice episode. But yeah, make sure you follow the Bird Cartel, all social media platforms, especially that YouTube. Hit up that TikTok. And you know what I mean? I'm ready. Make it make sense. Let's go.
You know we got to do it. And of course, he is not alone. Representing Overall 99 Media, we do have a Le Profit. Who is this?
It's Le Profit. If y'all watch Overall 99 Sports, you know I picked the Super Bowl. I also picked the High Five Rush was going to be a hit. I'm also saying I said this the year at Xbox, Starfield, and Redfall was going to be a hit too. I am 2 for 2 out of my 4 predictions going into 2023 of this. So I don't know what to say. Even though the Eagles was 100% a homer pick, but it worked out for me.
Oh yeah, you are the Philly fan with the 76ers. Don't worry, we ain't forgot them either.
Shout out to the Birds.
Listen, Donovan McNabb, Allen Iverson, y'all showed black people love when a lot of people didn't. So yeah,
we will see who else joins in, but of course, since we brought it up, we're gonna go ahead and break it down and talk about it. It is the Super Bowl weekend with the Super Bowl, the legendary, the Chiefs led by Andy Reid, Patty Mahomes, the future GOAT, possibly. And of course, Nick Sirianni's Eagles, the ones who have blazed their way through, whether you call it luck, whether you call it skill, whether you call it strength of schedule. They have blazed their way into the stage. And we're going to have a high-flying one. We taking picks. We taking predictions. We taking thoughts. First off, let's reflect. Do these teams deserve to be in the Super Bowl? The Chiefs, you could say they, the Bengals might have dropped the ball literally with a push out of bounds, with a lucky field goal. You could say the Eagles have just lucked their way through the playoffs.
That's the Bengals fault.
The Daniel Jones-led Giants who got smoked, and then follow that up with, the 49ers who just ran out of quarterbacks at the worst time. So, let me know, do they deserve to be here first and foremost? Let's go with that route. Timberlake, what you got?
Do the Eagles deserve to be here? Yeah. I mean, they beat the teams that was in there on their, like, listen, the Minnesota Vikings didn't do their job. You know what I mean? They lost, they robbed everybody of the Eagles, Cowboys, which is the game that everybody wanted, because we knew they were going to steamroll the Giants. It's the Giants. Yes, Daniel Jones is their quarterback, but you got to beat who's in front of you. They demolished them. And then you had a San Francisco team that was hot. How many games they won?
About 7 or 8 straight, something like that.
It was 10 straight.
10 straight. Brock Purdy was on a roll.
Purdy 7 straight for Brock Purdy.
7 straight for Brock Purdy. He was hot. He was on a roll coming in. The Eagles defense just knocked him out of the game. They injured him. We didn't know that was going to happen going into it. He got injured. Then Josh Johnson came in, and Josh Johnson showed you why he's Josh Johnson. And, the Eagles won the game. They got to the Super Bowl. So they beat who they were supposed to beat to get there. They were the best team all year. Home field advantage. They did what they were supposed to do. The Chiefs, the Chiefs did as well. They beat the Jaguars, who just came in hot after beating the Chargers. We seen the comeback. They was down 27-7. Came back, won 31-30. They were on a roll. Chiefs come in, they beat them. Then They get a hot Bengals team. You know what I mean? Bengals was feeling themselves, was ready to smoke on that Mahomes pack and all that. You know what I mean? Mahomes beat them. You know, this is I called when we did our playoff John. I said Eagles, Chiefs in the Super Bowl. They made it. They both deserve to be here because they both won the games they were supposed to win. So, yeah.
Le Profit, do you agree with the statement? As we know,
of course they deserve to be here. I picked them. It's like,
of course you agree with it.
If the Prophet don't pick you, that means I'm a false one. That means I'm a false one. Shout out to James though. But I
James in the building.
James though, stop drinking. You know, shout out to him. Hey, when he get everything set up, go get what he got. I don't want to spoil it for James. Okay, do they deserve? Chiefs. They both was 1 seeds. They were both the 1 seeds going into playoffs. You can argue the Bengals had a chance, but the Bengals always had a chance. You can argue that they should have won. You have a man with a high ankle sprain without any starting 3 receivers, with a tight end the all-pro tight end with a bad back, with 4 rookie corners because in the game, Snead got hurt. So all the whole secondary is corners. You got 2 all-pros. I know the slot got hurt, which I even said there in when I was in Discord with my friends that, that's going to hurt them. But they have 4 rookies in the secondary. You have Jamar Chase and all these. I know your offensive line is terrible. That was going against 3 rookies. The defense end, the rookie, double Chris Jones. I'm sorry, y'all don't want to double Chris Jones? That's your fault. I can't blame you that. In the Eagles situation, Brock Purdy got hurt, which is unfortunate, which you could say might be the reason my Eagles went. But they chose to block a person with double-digit sacks with a tight end one-on-one off the edge. Whose fault is that? You got to blame your coach. I don't know why on earth you're trying to block a person with double-digit sacks this season with the most sacks in the league and decided, hey, listen, I'm not going to put no help in. Let's just let him block him one-on-one. The Chiefs even Cincinnati made adjustments by keeping their running backs in and having a lot of people help block because they couldn't get blocks off. That's adjustments. You got your quarterback hurt. Listen, you deserve to be here even if it's the other team's fault and somebody pushed somebody out of bounds for no reason. Or you chose to put one of the best tight ends in the game blocking. One of the best defensive ends in the game this year, sacks-wise. He's not really good at run stopping, but sack-wise, he's one of the top. And you chose to block him one-on-one a tight end, and your quarterback got blown up. That's on you.
So, Mr. Unico Williams, appreciate you for joining us to this show. The initial question I just asked him, we have our Super Bowl. It is set, the Chiefs and Eagles. I asked him, do you believe these 2 teams deserve to be here? The Chiefs, have had a bit of a tougher path through the playoffs when you look at those Jaguars who got unfortunate at the end. We look at the Bengals, a couple of pushes out of bounds could have swapped the entirety of the game along with some bad penalties and Chris Jones running wild. And then you got the Eagles, beat up on the Giants for the 3rd time. Got through a 49ers who were missing quarterbacks literally the entire game almost. So you got to look at, do they deserve to be here? Is this the bowl you want that you expected to see? Give me your early thoughts.
First and foremost, I want to say Kane the Conqueror has transcended upon our timeline and is automatically restarting and adding stuff to people's computers. So just be careful this week. It's Kane week coming up. Also, in regards to, listen, man, I can't help it if things just came to me easy. I'm sorry. I'm on the hero's journey, okay? And just because it's easier than somebody else's and we end up in the same place, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm responsible for walking down my path. And that's what the Eagles did. They walked down their path. And you can't be walking down your path. This ain't fair. This ain't, damn, I do this in real life sometimes, but it's like, that ain't fair, man. You do all this stuff and you have to go through all these things to get to where you are today. And you just looking over there like they just riding a bike, just chilling. And you over there jumping over the lava pit. You going through Super Mario Maker, as far as I'm concerned, to get to the Super Bowl. And But here's the difference with that. Yes, you both made it to the same place. You won the game. It is what it is. You did what you handled your response. You handled your business. But there's a certain you get experience points going through things, just like the Kansas City Chiefs. They get experience points. They get more experience. They get bonus experience points. So when you finally make it to the final level, you might overpower the game. Whereas the other people, the Eagles, they may not be prepared for this situation. That's what it could be. But I think these Eagles are ready, though. So I think they're ready. Both teams deserve to be there, and you can't discount the path.
I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I guess to round it on off, we got to ask the simple question: who are you picking in the Super Bowl? Who are you picking? Yes, it is Super Bowl weekend for a reason. So I got to ask, who are you picking? Are you picking the Eagles, who have blazed their way through their schedule, through the playoffs? Or are you picking the Chiefs, who have been tried and tested? And this is, I believe, their third Super Bowl in 5 years at least. It might be 4, but their third Super Bowl in 5 years. Mm-hmm. Tried and tested. Patty Mahomes, 4 straight AFC shots. Who are you picking? First and foremost, if I got to just keep it a bean, I don't think the mismatch is as wild, just because the team, the Eagles, their roster is amazing. And, it's going to come down to Patty Mahomes and can he do it? And if I got to look at it just up and down the board, I'm going to go with probably who I wouldn't mind see a little bit more win. And I would just go
48-10 is crazy.
I'm going to pick the underdog because I feel that the Chiefs are a bit of underdog in this game. I'm going to pick the Chiefs, the underdogs, in a shootout. I think this is going to be ugly. I think it's going to be a nice, ugly game. I'm going to pick the Chiefs, but it's going to be close. I think it's going to be a nice, close one. If they win, it's going to be close. Not just below. I think if they win, it's going to be close. So I'm going to say a good 27-24. I'm going that route.
Okay, let Prophet go next because I did pick this game. So let Prophet pick. I can't change my pick or I would be a false prophet. Again,
48-10.
48-10 is crazy.
I
love it.
I did pick the Chiefs. So I'm gonna stick with my picks, even though I love my Eagles. I just said Patrick Mahomes is him, and you don't go against him. And even though everybody told me the AFC West in that same episode, the AFC West different, I'm like, he Patrick Mahomes. The Eagles got the best team in the game, but I think the best player will win this game. And I don't know if I can trust Hurts passing with that shoulder. That's the thing that scares me. That shoulder and that he did not look good against the 49ers. Throwing the ball, running, he was great because he's amazing running the ball, but I don't know if that shoulder healed enough. So I'm going away from my homer pick and going with the Chiefs.
I mean, if we keeping it a bean, you got one you worry about the shoulder, the other one you worried about that leg. So you're gonna look at it that way. You got one with the shoulder.
Hey, but him with that leg, I can run touchdown and
both of them with that problem. And then I remember seeing that script that he's talking about, that leaked script with thing about that nature. Unfortunately, that was also revealed to be a score generator. I remember I seen the rest, so it was revealed to be a score generator. So but either way, I wouldn't even be mad at this score anyway.
But to the high ankle sprain point, Mahomes on a high ankle sprain, he had played 5 games with a high ankle sprain. He averaged 300 passing yards.
That's crazy. But I wouldn't be mad at this score. I just really want a good entertainment. So.
That's crazy.
Justin Timberlake, what's the pick? We know that you might be a little biased. Y'all down from certain areas, so let us know.
You see the 2-1-5, right? That means. But this is the Eagles' pass rush and running game against the Chiefs' offensive line and their passing game. I mean, defensively, the Chiefs' pass rush, pretty solid. What Chris Jones is capable of. Secondary is, shaky. And, can the Eagles take advantage of that? If, Hurts can throw the ball effectively, I feel like the Eagles should win this game. I mean, I don't think it's going to be a blowout on either side, but I just feel like the Eagles defense is better. You know what I mean? The one way you get Patrick Mahomes off his square is rush him, and they have a tremendous pass rush. So, plus, number one passing defense. You know what I mean? So that's not only just pass rush, that's your secondary as well. So, I mean, they got that going for them, but Patrick Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes. So, I mean, but it's 2-5, nigga. You know what I mean? I'm from Philly, boy. Like, I am prepared to hit the street. Prepared to hit the streets as soon as the clock says 0 if the Eagles win. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna go crazy. But I got the Eagles. I'm taking the Eagles.
A few X's in Philly. I might be up there with you. What's that?
You know what I mean, 28-24 Philly.
I do got an Eagle shirt on the screen.
All right, so we got young Eagles, one Chief.
Well, hey, can I put one there to start out there before you, Nico, go?
Hmm.
The highest rated quarterback the Eagles played this season was Dak Prescott.
Dang, just messed up.
And he threw for like 300-something yards. I'm just like in that game.
Well, that was on them with Garner Minshew, so it's all over.
But he was the highest rated quarterback they played this year.
You, Nico Williams, we got 2 Chiefs, 1 Eagles pick. You look like you relaxed in the Hawaiian style today, young Ace Ventura.
Oh, this is from New York.
Aaron Rodgers was hurt when they played Green Bay, so I'm just bringing it up. So if y'all saw that, if y'all want to know they played Green Bay, you look at the schedule. Aaron Rodgers did not play in that game.
Got it, noted, and I'm gonna put it on Twitter. This is a tough one. It really is, because I like to think about legacy. This is a historic moment. And like I want it for Philly. I'm thinking about T.O. and how they lost it. I'm thinking about Terrell Owens, Donovan McNabb, and all that. That was a great team. Then, but I want it for Jalen Hurts as well, because he seemed like a good brother, man. I like him. Whereas, you got Mahomes. I want there to be a black quarterback in the conversation when it comes to great quarterbacks. When it comes to GOAT conversation, I want that. Could this be the beginning of maybe a Jalen Hurts thing? Cool, I'm here for it. But at the same time, Mahomes is a little bit closest in regards to the black quarterback doing things. So it's just a historic thing for me, and I don't know what I want more historically because man, Chase Tom Brady, I get it, but I want him to be in that conversation. I just don't. It's tough. I love the receivers for the Eagles. I love them. That's a great core. But Mahomes is not working with anything. It's a 1.5 point spread. Who am I rooting for? Damn. Mahomes need this. He need this, but so does the city of Philadelphia. But they got an easy path for the next few years, though, to get back. Let Mahomes get this one. I'm gonna go for Mahomes to let him get this one. Let's let him get this one, and then Jalen be back. But also, I want to leave y'all with this real quick. This what they want us to do. They want us, my brothers, to try and pit the light-skinned brother versus the darker-skinned brother. And they want us to choose, and that ain't right. And that's why they came up with the Super Bowl, my brothers, because they want us to divide one another once again. But I ain't going to let them divide it. What was it, 2 Chiefs and 1 Eagles? I'm going Eagles. I'm going Eagles, my brothers. Not going to let them divide us no more.
This man's silly, but and we seeing Mahomes trying to chase. Well, the media trying to put the chasing greatness on Mahomes, because I remember seeing a few different reports. Is he gonna be able to reach his Tom Brady status, or it might be him having some worse comparisons if he actually loses? Because this would be 1 and 2 in Super Bowls if he loses this Super Bowl, which people might start to look at as more of a negative. Though the fact that you have been to 3 Super Bowls in 5 years is an amazing achievement in and of itself. So we ain't gonna worry about what they gonna say to all of that. But That's just
It's
no
giving
starting out with
LeBron. It's giving that LeBron case.
I
If he
mean,
starts getting
if
losing record, you know?
if we be honest, it win or lose, Tom Brady retired. He been to the most Super Bowls in the league at 27 years old.
Definitely. But you know, the Super Bowl is just one thing. You know, there's only one sport because you know there is another sport. You know, there's the NBA, and this week was the end of the trade deadline, and teams decided to just make splashes. They decided, you know, we just gonna do some stuff. We gonna do stuff we ain't never did before. So you know, just to give you a little example of what done happened this week. You know, bunch of stars and traded to a couple places. We have the newest Maverick, Kyrie Irving, after requesting to leave Brooklyn. And shortly thereafter, about 3 days later, young Kevin Durant decided to go to Phoenix, and he became a son with Chris Paul, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, and then the Russell Westbrook drama in LA land is finally over, as now he has been traded to the Jazz, which he's expected to be bought out, and then who knows where he'll go after that point. That's just a few. We've had restructuring of teams. You know, the Lakers basically redid their entire roster almost. They done got everybody from Vanderbilt to Beasley, you know, Mo Bamba back down there. D'Angelo Russell has returned to LA land. It is a nice, interesting thing. So now to keep it a beam, just to keep it in perspective, you got to take a look at the Western Conference before the games tonight through February 10th games. These are the current standings. Lakers still 3 games out of the play-in tournament. Right. Warriors done redid their team a little bit. You know, we still got top rosters. It's a little wild, but the new Suns, you know, Kevin Durant.
Sacramento third place? What the fuck?
Yeah, they balling. Yes. They are balling.
This is actually as of Friday, as of yesterday. So balling. This through February 10th. This is it currently just for the Western Conference, which has just gotten a lot more heated. You know, Lakers trying to get back into everybody. Hello. You're not heathens, but you know how you doing, man. And then, you know, just to keep up, you know, I've lost a few pieces, but the East is in here well. Boston still on top, but no, they narrowly hanging on to their lead. The Bucks are storming their way back. The Nets I basically have an entirely different roster now that they've lost that their main 2 stars have been traded away to different places. Who knows how far
can they still make the playoffs?
They can still make the playoffs. I definitely
that team is very solid.
Who's now the leading scorer?
So
is it Cam Thomas going to be there?
It's Cam. Cam said, "I got it. I got it from here. Give me the key."
So I would
Dinwiddie probably honestly Dinwiddie is a scoring machine when he actually get to play.
With the craziness of all of the NBA, tell me your biggest shock of this week of the NBA. Let's go ahead and start some of these playoff predictions. Who you think gonna make a deep run? You ain't gotta say who win, but you gotta tell me who you think will make a deep run in the playoffs. You can give me those.
For me, the biggest shock, you know what I mean, was Kyrie to the Mavericks. You know, because we know he wanted to go to the Lakers. He was trying to go back with Bron. You know what I mean? As a Mavericks fan, I was elated. Like, I'm like, because I was just tired of it's Luka and just, all right, who else? You know what I mean? Dinwiddie, no. You know what I mean? Tim Hardaway, no. Finney Smith, no. Reggie Bullock, no, none. Like, you know what I mean? Kyrie is there now. We got another scorer, another ball handler. Let's go. You know what I mean? I wish we had a legit big man, but that's all season. We'll worry about that. You know what I mean? As far as
I heard you say we. Are you a Dallas guy?
Yeah.
Yes, I am a Mavericks fan. Yes.
I'm an Eagles fan, but I like Dallas Mavericks. Interesting.
Oh, I'm definitely a Falcons fan, but I'm repping the Eagles because.
Okay, I'm with you. I apologize. I'm with you.
You know what I mean? But I do love the Eagles. I do love the Sixers, but it's the Mavericks, Falcons first. But
interesting.
No, Mavericks shock me as far as deep runs in the West. I feel like
now you ain't gotta say who win, because I know we got plenty. We still got about a third of the season. You know, we finna hit the All-Star break after that. It's gonna be that straight playoff stride. But since the trades are done and the teams are who they gonna be, who do you think is gonna make that deep run?
I feel like
30-something games, 30 games or less, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's like 20-something games left.
Let's see, 34-21, that makes 55. So yeah, they got a little under 30 games left. We got a third of the season left. Time to hit that stride.
I think, obviously, the defending champs are just like, they sitting right there. And if Steph Curry get his health together, Klay Thompson has been looking like Klay Thompson. Jordan Poole, they got Wiseman out of there.
Well, not yet. Hold on. Did that go through?
Oh yeah, not yet. Not yet. Gary
ain't passed the physical.
Yeah, not yet. But I feel like the Warriors, because they're gonna be scary for whoever they play in that. I feel sorry for whoever's if they stay in that 7 through 5 range, it's gonna be the Warriors.
I will agree that.
And then in the
play-in
East
tournament for the West is finna be nasty. You do not want to be in this play-in tournament because it's a dangerous team that's probably will end up being somewhere between 7 and 10. Even if you discount the Magic or whatever, the Lakers, if they make a run put together, the Blazers are nasty. It could be very problematic if you get that 7 or 8 slot and have to play for your way in this playoffs. And even then, it's still ugly. So that's one. So we just leave it for the West because the East is pretty standard. It'll probably be the top 4 teams, duking it out, and then after that point, it's really anybody's guess most likely. So we can pretty much leave the East where it is, not to keep it to the
I'm gonna tell everybody that Nets team, you probably don't want to do that. That's gonna worry you out.
I can see them upsetting somebody in the first round, but
I don't think they win it. I'm just gonna say they're gonna give whoever that 4th seed or 3rd seed.
They could take somebody to a game 7.
I can see the Nets probably falling maybe a slot or 2, but I still think they're
better than the Knicks.
They're a good playoff team. I think they're a good playoff team.
Cam Thompson can average 40. Mikal Bridges can score 20. They got players. Cam Thompson gonna come off the bench.
It's 27 games left. How you think they could, out of the 27, they could probably
what's
finish
that record?
They 33 and 22.
So they had that good run with KD before KD got hurt. They 33 and 22.
I feel like they could win. I think they could win 16 out of that 27.
Yeah, I think they can split the difference.
Ain't they won their last 2 already?
Yeah,
I think that's because Cam Thomas went off for 40 points for the last 3 games. So I don't think that's sustainable, but I think they can split the difference. I do think
I think they'll finish with 47 or 49 wins to be something.
Yeah, I think they can split the difference, and they'll probably be I say 6, 7 seed because the Hawks have just been struggling this entire season. The Bulls have been a shell of themselves because Zach LaVine issues, which surprisingly LaVine didn't even get traded. That's surprising to me. So they've been the Hawks have been a shell of themselves. The Bulls struggle. The Wizards have
the Hornets are fucking horrible.
So I could see them.
They are bad. A bad team.
6th, 7th, and just may have to do a play-in game, may not. But I can see them being 67. And there'll be an ugly first round matchup.
Get LaMelo out of there. Free LaMelo.
So that'll be one. But
they got all them long role players that all can shoot and play defense. And the whole roster is full of except for Ben, but Ben play defense, he's long and tall and can rebound. So now they just got a bunch of long, tall people that can run around.
What did I ask? I said who gonna make the deep run? Well, the biggest shock to me, I said deep run. I go ahead and go next. The biggest shock to me was easily Kevin Durant. I'm just gonna be real with you. I just did not see Kevin going within 4 days. I really didn't see that. Kyrie going, I knew it was up for bat, and I even said it's a possibility. But I just didn't see them putting together that trade in 4 days when it was stalled for extra stuff the entirety of the summer. And all of a sudden, I'm of the mindset that trade had been sitting on the block since the summer. I believe that was just sitting there. And they was hey, if y'all ever change y'all mind by KD, this trade right here. And I think after the Kyrie situation, they called up Phoenix. There's hey, Phoenix, y'all still got that trade on the board. And Phoenix was like, no, let's make a couple of adjustments. Next thing you know, 3 players and 4 first-round picks and a pick swap later, Kevin Durant is on the Suns. That much shocked me. Especially because it happened around midnight on Thursday morning, technically, midnight. So that means this was there. It came out of left field. I was not expecting it, and it makes Phoenix a threat. I won't say juggernaut. This isn't a super team to me. This is not Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, James Harden. It's not that because Chris Paul is older. He's a lot older. I think he's 14-9 average so far. DeAndre Ayton is not a world beater. He's a good solid center. He's not a world beating center. And you got Devin Booker, who is a monster. But this is not a super team, but I would definitely say this makes them favorites. I can see them easily just making them favorites. So If I gotta say a team I think could make a deep run, I'm gonna be real with you. I would not be surprised if the team I make that make a deep run. I think the Suns are just too much of an easy pick. But one who can make just a deep run outright, even though they're wrong for sending John Wall back to the Rockets, I would not be surprised if the Clippers made a sneaky run to like Western Conference Finals. Like, because the reason why they haven't been on most people's radar is simply because, you know, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard just haven't been on the court at the same time for like a good chunk of the season. But now that both seem to be here, they putting together some wins. Ty Lue is an awesome coach. We have to give him his props at this point. He's an awesome coach. And they got a deep roster. Like, so I would not be surprised, even if they stick around this 6th seed. Let's just say they stick around 6th and they just avoid the play-in altogether and they have to play somebody like the Kings, Mavericks. They're an ugly first-round matchup. But that's the thing about it, like the seeding for this Western Conference is not going to be subject to player strength as much because the 8 teams that's going to make it through the West, they all dang near, other than probably the Kings, could all make claims of winning the title. Like, just if you take the 8 right now, just take the 8 there and just say nobody else changes it, then the Warriors are the defending champs. They'd be at 7. Zion Williamson comes back and play healthy. The Pelicans are 8. Like, it's absurd the strength of all the teams in there roughly, and the Kings are just a surprise. So they didn't just say the Blazers or the Lakers sneak up in there. It's a monster. But I would not be surprised if the Clippers just somehow put together a run. You know, they put the wing defenders there. They get like old Kawhi Leonard back. And they just put together like some wins and some series. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. I think the Suns are too much of an easy matchup. I just wouldn't be surprised. So that'd be me. But Nico Williams, you up with Lee LaProfit, you know, to predict the future at the end. Nico, what's your surprise when it comes to the trades for this weekend?
Yeah, so definitely it started off with me waking up randomly at 2:00 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. Oh my God, Kevin Durant is joining Book. He's joining Chris Paul. I don't know what we're going to get out of Chris Paul, so I'm just get that out the way. I don't know because, you know, he's iffy. He might give us 11 points and 4 assists and get a hamstring. Devin Booker, I don't know. Hamstring is an issue. Kevin Durant, he's showing us that just health in general is an issue. So, I mean, if healthy, scary team. But one of my hopes is this. I do hope that the Timberwolves start like this whole streak and start creating history of being like 2-time, 3-time, 4-time play-in champions. I would love that. I think that's hilarious. I think that's a hilarious narrative. But as far as deep run, I really believe I like the Pelicans. I do. I like Nolan's. I've not stopped believing in Brandon Ingram. I've not stopped believing in, on paper, that is a really good team. Just take a look from 5. No. I'm sorry. Let me take that lie back. What is it? From 3 to 10, dog, that's really close. And
that is one thing I will make sure to keep in mention. Other than the top 2 seeds, 3 through 10 have been within about 3 games of each other for the majority of the season. So all their standings could flip within a couple of games. That's why I'm saying the 8 teams that make it, it's gonna get ugly for their play-in spot either way.
Out of that 3 through 10, someone's gonna go on a winning streak.
Yeah, and let's not and could overtake Memphis because Memphis has been on a losing streak.
This is true.
A bad one ever since Shea Sharp went up against the team.
That 2-8. Oh, but I got a question for y'all. We know Pat Bev getting bought out by the Magic. You know what I mean? Is there any way he reunites with the Timberwolves and he leads them again to another play-in championship? You know, they get another play-in championship win. Pat Bev comes back.
I'm gonna say no because they let go of Russell. I'm gonna say no because they gave Russell to the Lakers, and it's hard for me to think the Timberwolves are gonna make this run with only Karl Anthony Towns and my 6 foot tall. Who was that?
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards. Like, it's hard for me to just.
They got Rudy Gobert. They got the stifle.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you pulling Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns down low. Rudy Gobert has already struggled in the playoffs because he's not a ranged defender like that, and they've already exposed that.
And they just got Mike Conley.
You let go of D'Angelo Russell, so that means a lot of your scoring is going to take a blow too. I just don't see it. Like it would have to be a total defensive effort because offensive, like they'll have to pick up Pat Bev and be straight defense because it's hard for me to just see KAT carrying 40 a night dang near because D'Angelo Russell isn't there, and it's hard for me to see that. Like, I can see the Timberwolves falling out after this trade, and another team sliding in there, maybe LA if they can put together this run with this team, or the Blazers if Dame Lillard can get hot with Jeremy Grant down low, and if they can make it, maybe even SGA. It's hard for me to see the Timberwolves sustaining that 9th seed without some scoring. It's really hard. It's just hard.
And I'm gonna throw this out here as I close out on the Western Conference. Utah, it's over with. So you might as well just go ahead and 11, 12, or 13 is overtaking that. 100%. 11, 12, or 13 is taking it. You can call it quits on that. You might even be able to say
Russ.
9. No, Russ is not playing.
A
Russ
lot
will
of people
not
think
play.
he's gonna get bought out.
I don't see Russ playing for Utah because he hates that city. They call him the N-word all the time. He hates that city. Why would he play there?
Yeah.
So that's my closing statement on the Western Conference. If you don't mind, can you put up Eastern? I just want to put some respect on some people's names real quick. We just keep on talking. It's only Boston and the Bucks and maybe 76ers for it's nobody. First of all, there's a team in Cleveland that's playing damn good. They have a 40-point a night kind of guy on that team. Cleveland is a good team. So let's not forget about that. Okay.
Cleveland is sharp.
They could surprise the hell out of everybody.
Between the top 4 in the East.
That's the one team I was gonna say in the East can make a deep run. It's Cleveland.
I do not want to see that. If I got to pick my team, like I'm a Boston fan. I love Boston. I've always been a Boston fan. If I got to pick a squad to deal with in the second round, it is the 76ers. It is easily the 76ers. I do not want to see Cleveland because Cleveland is another young squad. Darius Garland and Mitchell. Mitchell already got playoff experience. He has no problem putting up 50 in the playoffs. I already know this. I do not want to see them. And the Bucks have always just been the Bucks and Celtics have been just a horribly fought series every time. It's outright war. I don't want to see the Bucks, even though they've been good at defending the Greek Freak. I don't want to see the Bucks. If I got to pick one, I'd pick the 76ers because they seem to get in their own way a lot of times, whether it's James Harden with the struggles or Embiid being by himself and sometimes getting hurt, stuff like that. Sorry, Le Profit, but if I gotta pick one, it would be the 76ers. I don't want to see Cleveland. I don't want to see Bucks. I really don't want to see the 76ers either. But these are the 4 teams most likely we gonna see. And if I had to pick one, it would probably be the 76ers. I really don't want to see Cleveland. Like I'm be real. If I gotta pick up, just give me the Bucks again. That way, at least if we lose to the Greek Freak, it ain't gonna be that bad. Don't let me see it. I don't want to see Cleveland. Like that high scoring that they gonna put up with Donovan Mitchell. I know he's hungry for it. Like he already had MVP, recommendations a little bit when he was putting up these back-to-back 40-point games. He had I think it was a 71-point game earlier this season, something like that, 61-71. Like he hungry for it. He has took to this team like a beat of honey, and they have just made it work. I do not want to see Cleveland. I really don't want to see Cleveland. So, I'm closing the East out with this. 1 through 5. That's who this tournament's about. And when I say 1 through 5, I'm not talking about the Nets. It will be the Heat. It will be the Heat. It'll be Miami again.
So it's going to be 1 through 5, and I'm giving all of them. So advantages, definitely top 3. Puncher's chance, 4 and 5. Puncher's chance. I might surprise your ass.
I want to see in the first round Cleveland versus this Brooklyn team. It's going to be the fastest paced series you have ever seen in your life. It ain't going to be nothing but pure running. Everybody on the court just sprint the whole game from Garland to Mitchell and everybody just full speed sprint up and down. You will never see basketball like that again. That is what I'm looking forward to.
And I talked to some of my people. I talked to some people surrounded by George Hill and he returned back to the Pacers. We've melded in. The Pacers, we're done. We've melded in. We're working on trying to have the worst record in the league because we have a good team that could compete to be in the play-in tournament, could compete to possibly,
got the same amount of win.
So with that being said, we melded in. We're melding it in. We're going to get the number 1 pick, and we're going to try and get somebody that the core of the Pacers is great, but we're not talking about that right now. But so 7 through 10, 11 through the East is over with. It's 1 through 5 over with.
Yeah, it's Miami and
I ain't even
the
put
top
Miami
four
in
basically.
Or could Kyle Kuzma surprise us? Maybe.
The Wizards are not that good of a team. It isn't happening for the Wizards.
They are kicking the Pacers' ass right now.
It's just not happening for the Wizards, man.
Okay, I'll just throw it out there if they were scary or not.
Let me just go ahead and do this.
Are the Knicks scary?
Nope.
Okay, I nobody in playing tournament right now is scary.
Listen, all I gotta say is guard everybody to their left hand on the Knicks, and they will not score. I've never seen a team like this. It work in the regular season. They can win some games because nobody care, but watch them in the playoffs. I done seen them play. You just guard their left hand. Julian Randle gonna spin and lose the ball every time. But if we go to the West, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. The Lakers gave the Nuggets the championship. Let's just say Thomas Bryant is gonna be the surprise pick that actually put Denver to actually be able to win, because I did not think they had a chance. Why? Because Jokic finally get a break. Jokic, the reason in the playoffs they always lose is because at the end of the game, Jokic get tired. This time, you got Thomas Bryant. If y'all don't know, Thomas Bryant averaged 18-11 and a good player that can give him a break, that will play hard and can rebound. That's one of their problems. When Jokic go out, if anybody can tell me if I'm wrong, in the playoffs in the last 2 years, they play hard. They get to the end of the game. Jokic is tired. They have nobody. When he go to bed, they had nobody that can rebound the basketball. They give a bunch of offensive rebounds at the end of the game, and the game is over.
Their point guard is back too. That helps.
Well, yeah, Jamal Murray is back, so that helps.
Jamal Murray and Thomas Bryant. So that one season actually looking real nasty.
Get healthy.
Yeah, they get him actually.
And if he could get his bag back that we stole in Indianapolis from his hotel room.
we. But yeah, Thomas Bryant I think that's a great pickup for them, and I think he will actually thrive in a system that actually lets him run. How about
they gave it up for Mo Bamba? There's like, no, Mo Bamba, we want you in LA. Forget Thomas Bryant.
Mo Bamba don't run. Now you got somebody that can run. They can run the court and make people happy, so they can actually play fast with Jamal Murray and that whole squad full of runners. So I think they actually helped them. Phoenix don't have a bench, and all 4 of their players seem to always have right knee problems. So I don't know what's up with that. Hamstring, knee, leg problem.
It's all about the starting 5 at this point, and probably campaign. That's about it.
Yeah, they have campaign and no other bench.
They done gave away Cameron Johnson.
It's campaign and the starting 5.
Sacramento got a solid 5, but are we actually expecting them to take that step to win? No,
nobody believes them. Everybody probably believes that whoever they go against in the first round is probably gonna put them out to be honest.
I love Memphis, but they might get suspended from fighting in the playoffs because Dylan Brooks and them gonna just punch somebody randomly because they have no self-control. John Morant family members allegedly might pull some red dart on you. Then we got all kind of issues that's going on. So I don't know. I can't trust them because I don't know what's going to happen. You say they won't do it in the playoffs. They did in the playoffs last year. So we're going to think. So I don't know what they'll do in the playoffs. This team has no self-control. Dallas, I love their 2 stars. I love Kyrie and Luka. But who's going to get the ball when they need it? Because they both kind of do the same thing. And neither one of them play defense, actually. So that's going to be another issue. The
Kyrie can get steals. He plays the passing lane, but
Allen Iverson played the passing lane. We wouldn't call him a great defender. You know, I love it.
That's fair. I knew you was going to say that.
Ain't no this day. 76. And I always say that's why I'm a Philly fan. Allen Iverson. The Clippers, is Kawhi going to take the day off? Will he get rest? Is he gonna get rest management and they lose that one game he need management on his leg? And then all of a sudden the close series they win. Golden State, can they get healthy? That's the only thing about them. Can they actually get healthy? Pelicans, can our boy stay healthy? Can Zion Williamson actually stay healthy? And
then they're a bit unproven with Zion Williamson. You know, they had a good fight last year, but it's mostly Zion Williamson is unproven in the playoffs. So you got to see what you gonna have. Regarding that,
I just need him playing first. If he got in it, they was the one seed he was actually playing. I just need him actually on the court.
The Pelicans,
on paper, a very good team.
I'm concerned about New Orleans because they hanging on by a thread. Because at one point they were the number 1 seed in the West. At one point,
They need
Zion got
Zion.
hurt.
They need
yeah,
Zion.
Zion got hurt. Brandon Ingram was out. Like health is their biggest issue. I don't think until them niggas get healthy, it's a wrap.
Like, if we're looking at teams that's like, got the health concerns around them, it's Phoenix, obviously. You got Phoenix, you got, I would say, Clippers with health management, but it's not so much of a concern with them. But it's especially Phoenix, Golden State, because Curry has struggled a couple times when he's been balling this season, and of course the frisky Pelicans. Them the main ones. And then, matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and throw out the Lakers on that as well, because Anthony Davis is a perpetual health concern. Like, the regardless of how the team looks on paper, if Anthony Davis is not there, they're not winning. So, and he has to be balling like he was before he got hurt this last time. So he has to be able to be that dominant guy that we were hoping for, regardless of how the team looks on paper or anything. If he's not going, they're not winning. So those are the 4 main teams that got health concerns around them, period. But,
so I ran off this list, and it's not even that I'm making the pick for Denver. I'm making a case against everyone else. I literally gave legit problems with every other team on this list. Can Jai and Dylan Brooks and them stop trying to fight before they can get it? Because as soon as they start fighting, they always lose. Every game they have had almost a fight where they lose. Because they always trying to fight with somebody in the crowd or somebody. And I'm like, yo, when y'all don't fight, y'all seem to win. That's a nice thing to have. And like I said, Denver's the most solid team. And they added Thomas Bryant, and they got Jamal Murray back. So they even more solid.
I'm liking this complete Lakers team, though, and that's not being biased. That complete Lakers team, especially with the additions, they got better this week.
I don't know if it moves the needle like that, though. Like, they added a bunch of good pieces. D'Angelo Russell is good. Defensively, I still think that's a struggle.
So say you had a quarter tank. Say you had a quarter tank of gas. How much gas money did they put in?
I mean, if you got a quarter tank, because this thing about it, you got to look at it. Russell wasn't playing bad. Russell was playing fine off the bench for them. Like,
turnovers,
he was doing good.
Turnovers,
which ain't gonna change. Like, it's not really gonna change that much. Like, Russell off the bench didn't have that many of the issues. He wasn't even a problem towards them losing by the end of it. He was doing relatively fine. So to me, it don't really change because you trade off the
3-point shooting got better though.
You trade off the bench production for D'Angelo Russell scoring offensively, which will be fine, but he's gonna be relegated more to like a shooter because the ball's gonna be in LeBron's hands like it always is. So he's going to be relegated more to being a shooter, and now your bench might go down. Because even though you have bench players, like, I don't know if you're going to get that same kind of quote-unquote triple-double production like you got from the one guy. So it's like they got better, but I don't know if it moves the needle for me to put them above the top 5. I'm not really like the Kings. I'm not really worried about them, but like I really can't call the Lakers a top 5 team as constructed, just with what they got. I can't call it.
Yeah, no.
They're not above the top 2 on this list. They're not above the Nuggets. They're not above the Grizzlies. They're not above the Suns, not on paper. The Mavs, that's about a toss-up as you're going to call it for. And then you got the Clippers and you got the Warriors. It's on paper, if I look at all the teams, that's a lot of them better constructed. I can't put them top 5. So
I do
say they move the needle.
I do think with these additions, though, that they are, if you look at them on paper, better than 13th. Like, I do feel like they could get to 10.
I just say not top 5, but like,
not top 5, definitely. But I feel like they could get to that 9th or 10th spot. Like, you know what I mean?
AD got to get there though. Like, AD has to be that guy he was when they made their streak. He has to. If AD's not the 30. Like averaging like the 30 and 20 guy, he was dang near like 30 and 15. He was putting up on a nightly basis average. He's putting up. They're not going. He has to be that guy. So we're gonna see going forward, putting together. We're gonna see what Darvin Ham is really made out of. Like, is he gonna be that much better than Frank Vogel and everything? But any final words before we go to the final segment?
Oh, we can go to the East. Let me do my little Eastern pick.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be quick. Cause should I do it, Monte? Should I go homer and win again? Should I go homer?
That's your team.
Do it again. The 76ers will flop because I hate Doc Rivers. But so I think I would, like I said, Cleveland versus Brooklyn. I hope we get that series first one. I think it would be amazing. But it's Boston and Milwaukee mostly. I'm sorry. Whoever win that series more likely will win. And it's if Giannis can hit shots, that's what it's gonna come down to. If Giannis can actually hit jump shots and force that pressure and don't make him do that little box set, they'll be able to win. Surprise team, I think, can surprise people. I think Brooklyn will make us. I said it earlier, Brooklyn will make a game shorter than you expect. Joe trying to copyright us.
Really?
Beyonce. Let's go.
Beyonce go hit us with that. CBS might hit us with it just on the spite.
Top.
We played this song on our Super Bowl before.
The man got us. The man got us.
But that's my surprise. I think Brooklyn will surprise a lot of teams, but I think it's gonna come down to Milwaukee and Boston. And I'm gonna give it to Boston. I like their depth most. I'm gonna give Boston, Denver again. So that's what I'm going.
But I guess since we had people who were such fans last week of our things, we go to our last segment, which is
we got to name it something catchy and then make it.
I'm just throwing it under the situational entanglements. What would you do?
Doc suck. Oh, my bad.
All right, so we got the one guy that goes again.
That's the one guy.
I'm laying it under situational entanglements. It's gonna be under that, if anybody wants it. It's basically, I got a few choices for y'all, and you're gonna pick which one you would do. We even had a one guy to go show on Wednesday on our round table. Shout out to the Blur Cartel round table. But I got some different ones. So to start it off, in honor of Rihanna's Super Bowl appearance, we're gonna have a few music ones in here as well. So I'm gonna start off with a nice one of one gotta go and all of their work.
What?
Shout out to the lovely ladies. We have Beyonce, we have Janet Jackson, we have Miss Mariah Carey.
This is not valid.
Whitney. Who would go? Let's get the answers.
Tomfoolery on Black History Month.
Not
Yeah,
the
man.
tomfoolery.
I mean, this is just
One Gotta Go was never meant to be easy, but we have Miss Whitney Houston, we have Miss Mariah Carey, we have Miss Janet Jackson, and we have Miss Beyonce, owner of the internet.
listen. I know
One gotta go.
one person not going. I'll tell you that.
Who is that?
Whitney
Because I don't know the answer either. One gotta go.
That's Beyonce, my good brother. You know what I mean?
So
Whitney Houston, for me, I'm gonna just go ahead and do it. I'm sorry, birthday twin, but Janet's out.
Oh, not Miss Jackson.
Miss Jackson's out.
And just to make sure y'all can see the brother who said it, Miss Hollywood says like he's the one that said it. It is Justin Timberlake. He said Janet would be gone.
We ain't called Justin Timberlake and then saying Janet Jackson is wild.
Yes, sir. Justin Timberlake.
Oh, Super Bowl weekend?
Super Bowl
Or
weekend.
Super Bowl week.
Listen,
Listen,
one gotta go. He said Janet.
And they
would
share
be
a birthday.
gone.
This is
you
All
see
right.
how the universe unfolds? You know what I mean?
Le Prophet, you are up next. One gotta go out of this core group of wonderfully talented women. Who would
all
you
Super
pick
Bowl
to go?
performers, correct?
Oh, I don't think Mariah
believe
Carey and Whitney Houston ever performed at the Super Bowl, if I remember right.
Damn, because that would have made this easier.
No, they haven't. But one gotta go in all their work. Le Prophet, you up next.
This is tough. We had a weird beef with Eminem with Mariah. That was strange.
Listen, Obsessed, one of the best diss tracks ever.
It is. It's an amazing diss track that I'm the one. I'm just gonna do it because of this, and this is the blatant only reason why. Mariah Carey, I'm getting tired of her singing Christmas specials every year. So I'm just
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Listen.
Oh,
If I have to
no.
hear, if I have to hear Christmas again, if I had to hear
You're
that
right.
Christmas song every year in the mall, every time I
Man,
go,
wildin'.
If I get rid
I'm-
of Mariah Carey, I get rid of All I Want for Christmas Is You. Yeah, I'm switching. I'm switching to Mariah. Yeah. Janet,
They wildin' on Beyonce's internet, fam. What?
Janet, come back.
Janet sing all I Want for Christmas. Just go. Let Whitney sing it. Whitney will kill it.
Okay, so Unico, those two that went turncoat on us. They betrayed the greatest Christmas
Hey,
song.
on Black History Month, she only half.
They went turncoat for one of the greatest Christmas songs. Unico Williams, Save Face, One Gotta Go, and all they work of these lovely ladies. Who would you pick?
Man, I hate to say it because there's so many deep, super duper songs. Not even so many. She just has super powerful songs. But when it comes to the vocals and all that stuff, man, I'm sorry, Janet, you gotta go. Even though I love Funny How Time Flies When
Shout out to Lala. She said no switching lip feet.
Lala, we're trying to get rid of them Christmas songs.
I can't get y'all can be as mad as y'all want to about, man, that album she did where she pretty much had it produced by what was it? Emancipation of Mimi. That keeps her right there. That album was amazing. We ain't even got to talk about Beyonce, and I ain't got to tell you about Nippy, period. But I can tell you, Janet Jackson, she has some cute little songs, yes. And then a little, Mariah, and then for the record, Mariah Carey did not perform at the Super Bowl, even though she was highly touted in the 90s like that. I'm sorry, and I love this picture of Janet, and she's so sweet, she's so nice. She said, "I have to take my baby on tour," and she hit the biggest of all time. She said she married a rich prince of somewhere in ancient Egypt. She married him and signed a contract that she had to have a baby by him. This is T, y'all. She had to have a baby by him, and she had to be married to him at least 5 years. And she did that, and then she divorced him and got her bag because that was a part of the contract of him marrying her. Have a baby and stay with me for 5 years. She did that, and now she's on tour doing her thing. I love you, Janet, but your body of work can go.
So I'm gonna keep it a bit.
Control.
What? Wait. Hey, there's two people on this list that can't go, and somebody said,
"Oh no!
Wow, Daniel, come on."
That one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it. And if
it's only two lists that can go.
Nah.
So
Daniel, I'm gonna need you to
real with y'all. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. My answer was actually quite easy when I thought about it. Because out of these four women, it's one that I don't really jam to her songs like that, So I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm getting rid of Whitney, and y'all can say what you can say what you want to say. I'm just gonna be real with you. Like I love Whitney Houston. I love her singing. She might probably the best singer on this.
No, that one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it. And if
Monte just kicked the best thing off the list, dog.
I'm just saying.
Violation.
I'm sorry. You can hate me all you want. I love Whitney. Don't get me wrong. But if I gotta think of the body of work and the songs that I would listen to on a regular basis the most, Whitney's is the ones I listen to the least. The one I probably will listen to the least.
Monte kicked the best thing off the list on the list. What is this?
I would have to let go of Whitney. I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm saying it. I'm sorry. I love
American Idol all over again.
I really love Whitney, but
Whitney.
Them the songs I don't listen to as much. I'm just being
Monte,
real.
I ain't gonna lie, Monte.
We getting rid of I Want to Dance with Somebody.
When is the last time I listened to I Want to Dance with Somebody willingly?
Saving All My Love.
When's the last time? I'm just telling you, like I don't listen to her songs like that. I just don't. I like her beautiful, wonderful written song. She sounds amazing. I just don't listen to them like that. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Monte vote like American Idol. That's how we got American Idol.
I just don't.
You pick the worst.
I just don't listen to it like that.
Let's put the best thing in the top 4 and vote off it for it. That's what American Idol did every year.
But that's not the only one. So I got a few
1 second before you switch over. Just you used to tell me people will wait together. Love has the right to be free. You said be patient, just wait a little longer. But that's just an fantasy. It's not very easy. I'm done. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna give you the solo screen. You gonna have your moment. You gonna have, like I said, beautiful. I love her work. I love her. That's the song I don't listen to.
Because I'm saving all my loving for you.
Just don't listen to her work.
Really the greatest performer since Mike.
For you.
He can go.
I'm done.
But that's one. I do have another one of lovely women, you know, in their body of work. Don't worry, this one does not include Whitney Houston, so you know you don't have to stress as much for that one. That's fine. So we have our second option for the women one, which this one we're just gonna go to Janet, Beyonce, Riri, and Miss Mary J. Blige. We'll go for that option. You know,
Well,
since we can say all four of these will have performed at the Super Bowl, we can say that at least. So
we all know.
for our second round.
We all know how many. We all know who's not leaving once again. But I mean, Mary, listen, I love
Not
you.
the baby.
Oh.
Boy is wild.
But Mary J. Blige, she's out.
Not the dancery.
The dancery's out. I ain't going to do Janet like
This
that.
time he's turned on Mary J. After turning on Mariah Carey last time. Le Profit, you're up next. One got to go in all their work.
I gotta go with Mary J.
Oh my goodness!
And I hate to say that. It hurt my heart.
Hurts.
But look at Janet right there. You see that?
Oh my
They're talking about body of work, not the body.
Oh,
but
you
is
see
that
that?
not a body of work?
That is art,
That is
Joe.
a
That's
work of art.
That's a great
body
work
is a
of
work
art.
of
What you
art,
mean?
but-
We saw it at the Super Bowl. Amazing. I didn't know what was going on. Uncle was like,
Some
cover
bullshit
your eyes.
some bull that would ride nowadays, but it just didn't ride like that. Like I didn't have a
Nico
problem with it.
Williams, you up next.
I'm scared because I don't want the fans to come at me. You know, the Riris. I don't want them to come at me. I'm just on the replay. You know, but I did think that what's that one song she did? She was cheating on that boy and was telling him about it. Every time she walked out the door, oh, you put on quite a show. I like that song.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's about it. I think cut it out. I kind of want to go with Rihanna on this one. I'd never listened to Paranoid was good too.
Oh,
but
well, Daniel, you
I
gonna have
think
to
as
go
far
ahead
as
and attack them other two. They already took out Mary. You gotta go.
I think I gotta take Rihanna's body of work away. I'll keep everybody else. I ain't listening to
Rihanna's
Rihanna.
body and take away again.
Like
How dare you say that?
torn. I'm torn between Janet and Mary J. I'm not Janet. Riri and Mary J. I'm torn.
Thank you, sir.
I'm torn between Riri and Mary J. Them my two choices. I'm really torn.
Run away.
Mary got some bangers.
She do.
Definitely.
Riri got some
She do.
bangers. Mary got the soul though. Like Riri just got like the jams, and Mary got the soul. So it's like, I think I'm gonna let go of Riri.
Let's go. Two for Riri.
Mary got songs that got just straight. songs.
Mary like the
Riri got
auntie.
some jams.
I ain't looking for auntie. Y'all said body. That's all I heard.
But like I said, we finished a little early, so we got a little time to go through some stuff. So I done picked on the ladies enough. I got some brothers here that we're gonna have to.
Oh man, see here we go. Brothers, man, just stand up. We ain't talking about you. We just
So,
comparing you to other black
I got
people.
one here. Is pick one, and all of their work gotta go. And you know we got some goats here. We got The Weeknd, Usher, the one and the only Michael J, and of course Bruno Mars.
Oh,
Chris
this
Breezy.
crazy.
One
is
gotta
crazy.
go in all of their music, all of their work.
This is
I'll
easy,
gladly
this
go
is easy for
first.
me. This
I would
is
gladly go
crazy.
first. I don't mind going first because I already know that mine is going. Y'all are gonna hate me. I really don't care. Y'all gonna hate me probably.
He gonna
But,
say Prince. Watch.
I'm getting out Prince. I'm gonna tell you right now. It's gonna be Prince. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm sorry. It's gonna be Prince. Like Prince do got some bangers. I just don't really listen to Prince like that. Purple Rain rarely ever gets mentioned in anywhere near my playlist. I'm gonna be honest with you. Well, there's a couple other ones. So Prince out of there. You know, I respect his work. He is
It's
a
a
goat for
banger.
music, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go back up from the bottom to the top this time. You Nico Williams. You are
Bro,
up
you
next.
You
One
picked
gotta
a
go on all
banger
the
debate.
music.
You picked a banger debate on this one, bro. I just don't see. I can't see, bro. I can't feel my face.
Well, that
I'm
shouldn't
the
even be
man
on
in
the
the
list.
mirror.
That's true.
You don't have to call. I want to take you down, darling Nikki. Damn, this is hard. I feel like I want to put Bruno in that space. Because if he never did that album with the Sonics or whatever, the Supersonic, I think I might have just would have been quite. I don't even want to say runaway pick, but it would have been easier to pick him. But since he did this thing, what's that boy name is with Anderson .Paak? Man, that album was pretty good, man. Damn. But the thing is, I choose Prince over Michael Jackson artistically because of how artistic he is. But I'm not getting rid of
Lala.
I can't get rid of. I'm not getting rid of Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah, of course not.
He said Weeknd.
The Weeknd?
Damn. My preference is Prince, but I can't get rid of Michael Jackson. I like The Weeknd.
What is?
I can make it easy for y'all. I ain't gonna lie.
I like The Weeknd.
It's not your turn yet. Let you Nico go. I've already got rid of Prince.
The Weeknd is goated.
I can't. Damn, I can't get rid of The Weeknd.
One gotta go.
I can't. Damn, man. Man, my internet just went out.
This Weeknd disrespect is crazy.
I can't do it.
Like y'all really talking crazy on this internet.
I don't know.
What's going on?
I don't know who's the worst out of all.
Well, I'm the fence sitter. Joe taking my spot in 2023.
I can't. No, I ain't taking your on this one. Fine, call me a face. Not face sitter. God damn it. I mean, call me a fence sitter. Y'all just leave that alone. Keep that out the TikToks. Definitely. I don't know. I'm sorry. I can't pick.
We demand an answer, but fine, we will come back to you. We will have an answer. Le Prophet, you said yours was easy.
Yeah, for me, Bruno.
Blasphemy.
Bruno, I listen to so much 70s and 60s music that Bruno sounds the same. I can live without that. I'm just sorry. That's what he inspired by. It's easy to do. I love Bruno. It brings me back to it. But you ask me if all the music I go, which one out of everybody else is kind of different. Bruno is the same as what I used to listen to when I was younger as a kid from my uncle and them, so I could just live without that. That's my simple reason. That's right. Simple.
What's the here part of that's it. Hollywood, Mr. Himberlake, I need an answer. One gotta go in all the music.
One gotta go. Yo, the Weeknd disrespect. I'm tired of it right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm really tired of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just stop. But
can't choose.
I'm sorry, but Bruno, you gotta go, bro. You know what I mean?
You was raised with them old people too. You know how to don't pretend.
It was between him and Breezy. You know what I mean? But you know, Chris Brown got a couple Johns.
Breezy?
That like I can't.
That's crazy.
But yeah, Bruno's out. Bruno's out.
Unico, we need an answer. It's time.
Can I choose to not exist and they can all keep their body at work?
You better say y'all crazy. Y'all crazy for Bruno. I agree. They're crazy. We need an answer, Unico.
Listen, y'all might not be living with old people. I done heard the song.
It's time.
Right.
Damn, even that whack ass song that you hear at the dentist's office. Hey, you done it in a bed up. No, that wasn't it. Yeah, y'all can have Bruno. Y'all can have Bruno. Fuck it. Y'all can have Bruno. Man.
Oh, the Bruno slander is wild.
I hate it. I don't want to do this. I don't mean it, Bruno. I don't mean this, Bruno.
I'm just saying, go listen to you some of them 80s hits from all them old dudes and you'll be good.
Which I like already. So
but
okay. Now, they said which one you could go without. That's the problem.
I'm gonna say some of these for the next week. Because I know we're moving on in time. I'm gonna say some of these for the next week. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these last two things. So in honor of Valentine's Day, there is a nice little post I happened to come across. So, happy Valentine's Day weekend to everybody. The Make It Make Sense crew will be back after Valentine's Day. So, in celebration of that, there was this one little post I happened to come across.
Oh, man, damn it.
Choose to spend your Valentine's Day with.
Hate this show.
Who would you pick? You only get to pick.
Oh, I already know who I'm choosing.
Hollywood,
Hollywood.
Yeah, me. All right, know who I'm choosing, boy. Meg.
That boy said he going for the
Megan.
stallion. Le Profit.
How tall are you?
Yeah, I'm 6'4".
She ain't for that, dog. She ain't gonna like you. She gonna be mad.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm too
Everything
tall.
she ain't. Like the baby, the Torm, like that nigga 5'2". All these niggas below 5 foot. Oh, you just
Listen, give me Meg. I'm sorry. If Meg wasn't here, it would have been Lotto. But
ooh, Lotto is nice.
Le Profit.
Yeah, Miami said she wanted to do some weird stuff, and then she would have been it, but she been acting up.
We have an agreement in the comments.
I can't.
she already know. You know what I mean?
Janae Aiko and Ruby Rose could look at me, and I probably fold. I ain't gonna lie, so I'm gonna just go with Janae Aiko because I saw that picture of her glowing in like the light, and it's all I need. Like, okay, I can look at you all day.
Shout out to Daniel. I think he said number 3. I think that's Miss Ruby. Unico Williams.
Ruby Rose is bad. Like, she's a bad.
I told she flicked them eyes. Yo, how tall are you?
It don't matter. I'm 6'2". I'm taking Megan Thee Stallion because she gonna walk into my office here and be like, "Wow, I watched that too." I'm here for it. Man, we had a big debate earlier this week where folks were talking about, man, if a girl walk in your room, I'm like, man, what you mean if she walk in my room? She's like, you into that anime stuff too? After I show her my room, I'm gonna show her the door. I want a girl to come in there and say, yes, I love Sasuke. I love Naruto. Come on in.
That is true, Dan.
Don't look at me differently because I love what I love. And you like it too? If you like it, I love it. Let's go, Meg.
Facts.
So I personally agree with the statement that if Janae Aiko or Ruby Rose looked at me, I would fold. And then keep it being I would fold like a lawn chair, fam. I would take me on. Like, so just choose between them two. It's just like, man, I don't care which one. If I'm gonna pick one, but Ruby Rose, screw that. Janae Aiko would have her songs alone, let alone her herself. She would have me, fam. I'm sorry. So my Valentine's Day easy. But to finish it off.
Hey, but Ruby was on that castanet. She did a little thing like this, and she did that smile. I said, "I'll fold right there."
And also, I want to shout them out for choosing the pictures where they're taking their own selfies, so it's doesn't look like we just like sexualizing them. They took those pictures, not me.
Definitely.
I do want to mention something since we're on like a bit of a music bend to end off our show, and I do have the great Hollywood Sensei, for his expertise in this subject. This isn't a one gotta go, but this is just something that happened.
It's a setup.
So there was a top 50 rappers list that was announced over the course of this week, and we're not gonna go through the whole 50 or nothing, but I'm gonna give you this nice picture of the top 20 of this from Billboard and Vibe, and we're just gonna see if people agree, disagree. I'm gonna read them off for you because it might be a little small. Number 1, greatest rapper of all time is Jay-Z, followed by Kendrick Lamar at number 2, Nas at 3 with Tupac at 4, and Eminem rounding off the top 5. We got Biggie at number 6, Weezy, Lil Wayne at number 7, Drake at 8 with Snoop Dogg at 9, and Nicki Minaj rounding off the top 10. Then following behind, we got Kanye, Andre 3000, Rakim, LL Cool J, J. Cole. Hold on, let me get that bottom part off here so make sure y'all can see the rest of it. J. Cole, and then Scarface at 16, 50 at 17 with Ice Cube at 18, 19 is Missy, Big Daddy Kane rounding out number 20. I see some disgruntled looks and some stuff on my co-host and joint guest alone. Justin Timberlake, you don't seem pleased with the Billboard's top 20 rappers of all time.
New York nigga made this list.
Comments already.
New York nigga made this list.
So this is from Billboard and
number
Vibe.
17. New York nigga 100% made this list.
This is from Billboard and Vibe. Hollywood, give me your thoughts. What do you disagree with, agree with. You don't seem pleased. You really don't. Daniel, I feel you in there. You seem displeased. E-Man is like, this is a laugh. Tell me what y'all agree. What you agree with, Mr.
For me, all right, so shout out to Welcome to Hollywood. You know, we just did that. I literally, this was literally one of my topics, this list. You know what I mean? And so number one for me is J. Cole at 15 is blasphemy. You know what I mean? He's easily top 10, top 5 easily. You know what I mean? I don't know how he's at 15, but okay. And then, you know, Violation Button, you can get it ready if you want to. But I honestly believe Andre 3000 is way too high. You know?
Yo,
Wait.
that one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it.
Let them cook. Listen.
But I'm gonna explain to you. I'm gonna explain to you why. Because this is Billboard and Vibes criteria. They said body of work, longevity, cultural impact, bars. Lyrics and flow. That's their criteria. Now, lyrics and flow. Okay, Andre, he has that. Cultural impact. Now it says greatest rappers. So his cultural impact is largely tied to Outkast's cultural impact. I mean, his body of work is largely tied to Outkast. Solo, he has no solo albums, no solo mixtapes. There's a bunch of guest appearances, verses. You know what I mean? And if we're going off, like you said, the longevity and the cultural impact, Big Boy, I don't even think Big Boy was on this list. So how would Andre make the list, but Big Boy don't? I mean, and top 12, top with no solo albums is crazy. Like, I mean, that's just for me. Like, bars alone, okay, you got a case. He's top 20, top 10, whatever. Just bars. But everything else that I named in the criteria, he's not top 20 for me. I mean, also.
Yep.
My bad. Because I'm in the zone. 50 Cent, too high. I love
New
50.
York nigga made it.
I love 50, but way too high. Like, his cultural impact alone, he could have been top 10 if we was just doing that. But we doing everything else. Body of work. After the massacre, it was no. Like, you know what I mean? Nobody remembers Curtis. The only song you remember from that album is I Get Money. Like, so 17, no. Snoop Dogg at 9 is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Cultural impact and longevity, I can see that. But everything else,
he do got a solid body of work, though.
Yeah, solid body of work.
Solid body of work.
How many classics? But all these years,
bars.
How many classic albums does Snoop Dogg have?
His first 2?
No, they're good. They're good albums, but just not like.
I say solid. I ain't go
but
crazy.
Top 10, is he top 10 worthy? Like I said, longevity and his body of work and cultural impact, yes. You know what I mean? But the bars and everything else, no. Like, I mean, top 20 for sure, but top 10? I don't think he should be in the top 10 over Kanye West. Or
Not over Kanye. Kanye should be way high.
Nah, I don't think and LL over J. Cole is blasphemy. How?
Okay. I think since mine ain't gonna be long, I think the only real main beef I would have is Kanye being out of top 10. I can't, if going by the criteria that you gave me, I can't see Kanye being out of 10. I just can't see it. I get that you would give Nicki Minaj like bars and it could be cultural impact, even though it's a bit more negative cultural impact, but fine, it'd be cultural impact, at least when it comes to like some of the personas that people take the wrong way. But it's hard for me to just say Kanye wouldn't be top 10. He fits every category on a higher tier standing and longevity, even though some didn't necessarily like Donda, but production of other artists, connections, I can't see Kanye just not being in 10. That one just blew me. Like, and the other one I would say, I might get my own violation, but for this, I think Biggie too high. I'm just gonna be real. I can give you Tupac.
I'm about to say that too.
I can give you Tupac.
Just Biggie like, too high?
I would say Biggie.
He don't have long.
I'll be real with you. I think Biggie. If we go out the full time,
his
I
damn
think Biggie be too high.
Listen,
I ain't
Biggie.
saying he's not top 10, but I would think Biggie would be too high.
I could agree that
Biggie can go
could
to
be
8 because Wayne and Drake
Yeah.
should pass him.
Like
Jay-
Kanye not
Daniel-
top 10. Biggie knocking on 5. I'm sorry.
I feel like,
Wayne and Drake,
and I also
Biggie,
feel
that's
like
all.
Lil Wayne. I feel like Lil Wayne and Eminem should be swapped. I don't think you know Wayne is easily top 5.
Yeah, that's the debate when it comes to like
For
nitpicking
me.
who's top 10. I think Biggie could come down a couple slots. You could replace Snoop or Nicki with Kanye, and I would be fine. Biggie the
Oh,
GOAT.
yeah, Daniel,
I can't go with Biggie.
Jadakiss was
I can't
46
do that.
on the list.
Who? Jada Moi?
Yeah, Jadakiss was 46. They had rappers like E40 and Gucci Man ahead of Jadakiss.
Gucci Man?
E40?
Raymond Davis?
E40, man?
E40 was ahead of Jadakiss. Yeah.
E40?
That dance, bro. They had to get him.
Got a $20 lap dance.
E40?
Hey, Joe, do the dance. Joe, do the
Got
dance.
a $20 lap dance.
Like shout out to the Bay. Yeah, I mean, no hate on the Bay, but like E40
This gets
is
worse
in
the
no
lower
way,
you
shape,
go
or
down.
form.
That's why I just put it at the top 20. Because I know if I went under it, that could be a whole discussion. I'm not
This
doing
list
it.
got
If
worse.
you want to knock on it, Le Profit, biggest beef issues with the list or something of that nature, you know.
If this list was more MC-ish,
21,
it might make
brother,
more
we all 30s. Dang, like, please, like no sir. Biggie the GOAT. I can't go GOAT. I can't do that because if it's going by the criteria and all they by their work, Biggie ain't the GOAT.
Hey, bro, y'all like them Biggie lyrics when he said, "I ain't gonna do it like that." I'm not gonna do that.
And then Daniel even throwing questions on how Kendrick making number 2. I'm like, look,
Easy.
I can understand the argument for Kendrick not being 2 as well. I'm not even gonna knock against that one.
Listen, I'll tell you why Kendrick made it the number 2. You heard everything I said about the criteria. He checked all the boxes.
He does check
Body
all
of
the
work.
Is his cultural
Longevity.
impact that high above some of these other ones though?
Yes, Kendrick.
Cultural impact.
Cultural impact?
Since to
impact,
Pimp
he
a
is
Butterfly,
His cultural impact ain't higher than some of the people under him.
Who broke this?
His cultural impact? No.
Yes.
Only 2 people got more Grammys than he got. Only 2 people on this list got more Grammys, and that's Jay-Z and Kanye. He got more Grammys than all the people. He the only one that got a Pulitzer Award. He got multiple awards for just pure writing. He's in white spaces.
Awards.
He in white spaces that black people don't get into.
His cultural impact, not awards.
Listen,
I'm just giving you. He's in spaces.
I know he got
white
awards.
people.
listen, all right. It was an anthem, bro. He inspired a generation. He made niggas.
A bunch of these rappers could say they inspired a generation.
It's only 2 rappers on this list.
He made niggas want to be black again, bro.
This is the answer. This is a thing. You say cultural impact. It's only 2 rappers people were looking for when COVID happened. They asked for Kendrick went on. They're like, yo, we need Kendrick to speak.
I mean, yeah,
was J. Cole.
That's impact. That's cultural impact.
Yeah, I got you. They
don't care about nobody else rapping. None of y'all. We don't care what y'all got to say.
They want a Kendrick.
That's the 2020 people. Yes.
I'm just saying cultural impact. You asking for impact. That's impact.
Listen, Kendrick at 2 is totally justified, and it's fine.
There are arguments for him not being 2.
You can argue though.
There are arguments for him not being 2.
Arguments?
I'm not mad at it, but there are definitely arguments for him not
Only
being
person I could put over him.
Like I said, there are definitely arguments for him not being 2. E-Man's like, Eminem, Pac, and Nas is fine. But like I said, just like there's arguments for Jay-Z not being 1, there are definitely arguments for Lamar.
I don't mind you arguing. It's 100%.
That's not because the competition ain't strong. I mean, well, there's that too.
Well, most of these people still alive.
It's not
the bottom part. I'm saying most of these people are still alive. Besides Biggie, Pac, and
but let Profit finish up because I know Unico gonna have a chunk to say. You know, since we done slandered a good few of his people. Let Profit any final word?
To be honest, if it's like just pure MC list, this list probably wouldn't be as hurtful. Except LL Cool J LL Cool J had to go down, but isn't it? Kanye not being in the top 10 is blasphemy. Wayne not being in the top 5, blasphemy. Y'all do disrespect Drake. I do give y'all that. Andre 3000 is too high because again, if you're going by their work, he really doesn't have any. Even though if you go off rap, by that work, he does not. Everything else, the other guy with him in every song is literally not on the list. He didn't make anything by himself to Hollywood point. Everything else is pretty. If you go off impact and everything else, the list can be shifted around, but I don't really. It gets really bad if you go below 20 to 50. That's when it gets bad. That's why I ain't put Drake up higher.
I would hope so.
Hold on, Iman. Who didn't write their own lyrics?
Drake.
I would ask that.
Drizzy. That's why
Listen,
Drizzy
man,
ain't up to me.
Drizzy is crazy because he ain't write his own lyrics, but it's a lot of people on this list that didn't. Because Drake has wrote for people on this list.
Yes, has. That's amazing.
What's the criteria for this again? Before I go on,
The criteria.
He wrote for Kanye.
Yeah, he wrote for Kanye. You know what I mean? Listen, the criteria is cultural impact and influence, longevity, body of work, lyrics, and flow. That was the criteria that he used.
Nico Williams, you are up.
So here's where I'm at. Contestants 9, 3, and 4. Please see your way out of the top 10. Thank you.
Okay, 9, fine. You said 3 and 4.
Please, thank you.
Top 10.
Oh, you said 4?
I said 9, 3, and 4.
Oh.
Can you please see yourselves
out of the top
10 entirely?
No, it's not top 10.
9.
That is blasphemous.
9, 3, up out of the top 10 because I have maybe one of y'all can say we'll see which one, because actually there's only 2 people I need to move up, and that is Andre 3000 and Kanye West. I do need to bring them in there. So if I'm gonna
that one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it. And if
Andre 3000 over Tupac.
Andre in the top 10.
100%. Andre 3000 over Tupac. Are you kidding? My fashion is inspired.
You taking Nas out for Andre?
No, because first and foremost, one of those 3 can actually stay because I want Andre 3000 and Kanye West. So one of those 3 can stay.
I want Kanye in there too, but I don't know about no.
Andre in the top 10 is crazy.
Cultural impact, flow, body of work. What else?
May I present Exhibit A?
Hold on before you do that. You said cultural impact, flow, body of work, and what else?
Andre 3000.
Oh, body of work, lyrics.
Andre 3000.
Flow.
Cultural impact, flow, body of work, lyrics, and what else?
Longevity.
Okay, longevity. All right, go ahead.
So Andre 3000 definitely has longevity. I even if he was in a duo situation, that's fine. But let's also talk about his
will tie in the body of work.
His solo career. I think I want to give him First of all, y'all discounting The Love Below. That is a solo album.
Is that a rap album though?
Yes.
Because his greatest rappers. Because he was doing some singing on there too. You know.
He did some singing on there. But
like
he also said,
Twisted Dark Fantasy. I don't count that.
He also said, I got an eye out for shit that cries out passionately, who do things backwardly, forwardly, horizontally. I'm too young to be settling down, quick to change my mind tomorrow. So now can I borrow your timid torso? More so than your soul. Come on. He said that on that album as well. And he rapped that. And I know that by heart. Why? Because it's that great.
DMX was 21, I believe.
DMX definitely should be in this picture that we're looking at right now.
For real. DMX,
I'm here for it.
Be where Snoop Dogg.
DMX is one of the greatest ever. And longevity.
DMX, Damien in itself was a crazy ass song, and we loved it. That was a great lyrical song. People, I don't think people listen to lyrics. But I'm just saying, I really think that Andre 3000 should be in the top 10. And I believe that obviously Kanye West should not be on the outside looking in at the top 10. Are you kidding me? He's in the play-in tournament, or he's trying to get into the play-in tournament. Kanye West, body of work. Come on, his first 3 albums. I gotta give it up to Eminem. I think his first 2 albums were great. They were funny. They were lyrical. They told stories. I love that. Everybody belongs here. I just think that Snoop Dogg, Nas gave us Illmatic. Okay, that was a great body of work for an album. No, but after that he had like random little singles that hit. But Illmatic was great.
Joe, in cultural impact, Tupac might be number.
Like Tupac not being in the top 10 alone, I can't give you.
I'll give you some of it. It was written.
I can't give you him not being in top 10. I can't see
by himself just over his beat.
Top 10 altogether. I can't see that. I can't. Just
Who,
cultural
Nas?
impact, cultural impact, longevity, body of work alone will make him stay up
Bro,
there.
Tupac died at 26, and I seen some high school kids still playing music the other day.
Like
Biggie
like
Small.
his mama
Biggie
song
Small should
is
be
still
be ahead
played
of
to this
Tupac
day.
for sure.
Religiously on the radio. I can't do that. I can't.
Tupac get played today, and he died 30 years ago.
Biggie Smalls gets played today.
Not more than Tupac.
Nah, Biggie don't get played like
No,
Tupac is a religious
because
song.
first of all, let's talk about that. There's two schools of thought here. Tupac was like for the cats that's really just like they really in the trenches. Like we need some kind of motivation. Biggie was for the cats that, man, we did that. We got here, we're here, and we're doing it. And we talking about our wealth. I think Biggie Smalls paved the way for Rick Ross, honestly. And Tupac, he paved the way for, I'll give it to you, a lot of some of the rap right now in regards to trying to just get it out the mud. Maybe your little Bootsy's, no, I can't even say that. Tupac was smarter than that. I can't. I'm just saying, Kanye West and Andre 3000 definitely need to be in the top 10. And notice that I ain't say nothing about Nicki Minaj. She got bars, bro.
Oh no, we know she got bars.
So
I know she got bars.
So, like, Lil Wayne should definitely be above Eminem easily. Right. I mean, that whole mixtape era was insane. And then he went on to do it on some. Now he had to do some of those poppy songs for his albums.
Ooh.
Interesting thought. Pac went to school. Biggie was out here going all the way to Virginia, back to Brooklyn. We know about them trips to the trips to Virginia. And he was a great lyricist. I think he's a better lyricist than Tupac as well. Biggie.
Listen. Y'all listen. Last show, let me defend myself real quick off of this comment. I am not hating on Nicki Minaj. All I'm saying is her cultural impact that's her biggest attribute. You know what I mean? It's her cultural impact. Her bars, yes, because Nicki can rap. She got on the song and literally out-rap two niggas that's on this list.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? You can't say she can't rap, but you can say, and I'll feel free for anybody on this panel to answer this question. Does Nicki Minaj have a classic album?
I never listened to any of them. I just listened to her good rap songs.
Like,
I don't listen to the whole album.
When you think of Jay-Z, you could say Blueprint, Black Album. You think of Kendrick, you'll say Good Kid, Mad City. You know what I mean? To Pimp a Butterfly. Nas, you'll say Illmatic. Tupac, you'll say Me Against the World. All Eyes on Me.
Me Against the World.
I mean, Eminem, you'll say, you know what I mean?
Slim Shady LP, Marshall Mathers.
Biggie, you'll say Ready to Die. Lil Wayne, you know what I mean? You'll give the Carter 2. You know what I mean? Drake, you'll say Take Care. Snoop Dogg, you'll say Doggy Style. Nicki Minaj, what do you say?
Nothing. I name songs.
So it's like she has no classic. She has no classic albums.
We can need a girl on the panel because
that's what I said. Like she has impact. It's just negative.
Like that.
That's the only thing about it's negative.
Yeah, I mean she has no classic albums. So being in the top 10 with no classics is like, I mean, it's kind of iffy.
Singles and crossover appeal. Yeah.
Can we ask? Have we listened to a whole Nicki Minaj album? though? Can we ask that question? Have we all? I've never bought one, cop one. I just hear random songs. I'm like, she killed that.
I can say I've listened to all 4 of Nicki's albums.
Okay, you the expert on this then.
And none of them are classics. Does she have good albums? Yes.
So do we say she has longevity either?
She definitely has longevity. What, 2009?
If Kendrick and Drake got longevity, Nicki might have longevity.
Nicki been
doing it since 2008, 2009.
Nicki only has 4
albums, but I'm talking about even leading up the mixtape. Her mixtape era has to count in this.
Yeah, her mixtapes.
Yeah, it does. I'm just making sure.
But still, she don't got no classic albums. So, I mean, I could see her being excluded from the top 10 off of that.
I would put her. I would. If I'm knocking up Kanye, either Snoop Dogg or her would have to go. That is a good question for E-Man. If we're saying how long is longevity to you guys, to me, longevity is not necessarily a year amount. It's that you have a long body of work over an extended period of time. Because like we can say, like Kendrick has 6 albums if you count the other
That's a lot. That's longevity.
6 albums is longevity.
If you count the Black Panther,
he's been active,
which is considered under him.
That's what I'm saying. Like he raised a good question of how long is longevity. If I give it a year amount, you need to be.
I think what's a good prime for?
I'm gonna say
for
a decade. I'm gonna keep it a bean. If I really count longevity,
10?
I'm counting you 10 years because
10 years.
I would say 10 because the reason I say that is because a lot of artists, like take Kendrick for example, they don't put out an album a year. Sometimes it takes them multiple years to put out an album, and some of them don't have mixtapes in between. So like we really giving you like a notch for longevity. That means for at least a decade, you know, worth of like somewhat of a generation, you've been relevant and good for that amount of time. So like, you know, if I'm doing longevity, you need to be relevant for a decade. Like you have to have like a body of work regularly. And like, you know, if you got like just 4 albums, I don't know if necessarily I can call that longevity if you put out an album every 3 years. Like that's what I'm saying. Like my thing for longevity is like if you put out an album every 3 to 4 years, like fam, like we just been waiting on you to put out work. And you just haven't for whatever reason. Now, if you got mixtapes in between there, okay, cool. Ain't nobody gonna bother with that because you got mixtapes and you got albums. There ain't nobody bothering with that. But if you just have albums, you only got 3 to 4 albums over like a 10, 12 year span. It's like, fam, like, longevity. But I don't know if I can call that longevity. Is you just spacing it out?
Yo, this
like,
is a joke.
Drake would have
got
a
over
longevity because Drake has multiple albums on dang near a yearly basis. For the better part of 10 years and been here relevant the whole time. So it's like, you know.
So in this top 10, because it's weird because Andre 3000, he does have a longevity kind of thing, but it spans back to like the early 90s, right?
See, we say to stand the test of time. Like it depends on what we call it withstand the test of time. If that's just your only 4 albums, so somebody just has to mention those when it comes to you. I don't know necessarily if they say they withstand the test of time. Like withstand the test of time is, you know. Like, but that goes for Mama over 30 years. It's like Mariah Carey's Christmas album being played for forever and a day. That's longevity. That means your song is still that much of a hit that we still talk about it, that we still play it. I think that goes for Nas. That's what's standing the test of time.
Because Nas had a couple of great albums, and then but we don't clamor for Nas albums. But we clamor when a Drake album comes out. We got review shows on both this last couple albums that came out with.
Illmatic is still better than any Drake album. So.
No,
which is you only have one good album, then you know we ain't talking about you right now. If you got a whole bunch of trash albums, we're not talking about you. Of course not. But I'm pretty sure we can reliably say the top 10 don't got 9 bad albums. I mean, if they got other projects, like Daniel saying, if they got other projects, then yeah, they got other projects we can refer to. But what I'm saying, like, if you just have only albums and you don't got nothing else.
Eminem got bad albums after a certain point. He got bad albums. Huh?
I said, oh yeah.
Yeah, so I think that has to play into this too.
When did Michael fall off?
I mean, what? You Rock My World was his last album. What was that? Immortal.
Michael's Thriller album still gets played all through October. When did Michael fall off?
Invincible was a banger.
I'm still wondering when
that came out in 2000.
Prince, fine. I love that. When did Michael fall off? Michael sold out a tour at 50 before he passed away. I'm wondering when he fell off.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Drake put Michael on the song. It was a high trend.
I missed that mark. I can give you Prince, but Michael was gonna sell out his tour if he had passed away. Unfortunately, I still missed that mark.
Prince fell off when?
Like I'm missing that one. Like they still was on top as far as
I think his last album, Hollywood, I believe was the one with
my man Steve.
I think
when he was young.
I think the last one, Hollywood, was the one where he came out with the greatest romance ever been. So I think that's the last one that he actually came out with, and that was a banger.
Definitely was.
And we talking this dude been doing this since the 80s. And that was like, I think that came out like in 2002. Come on, man.
So can I ask y'all this? Can we just all agree, right, that number one is correct, right? We all know that.
I think he
can live with
the easiest to sell argument for being number one. Like I said, I'm pretty sure you could argue for a bunch of people being number one, but I think just it's the easiest argument you can say for him. Like he fits all of the notches, easiest. Like it's hard to just go like to definitively give a reason why he wouldn't be number one. No matter if you went to flow, body of work, lyrics, longevity, or even cultural impact, because he's dang near the only one that didn't reach the NFL and the NBA as much as he has. Like it's hard to just make an argument why he wouldn't be one. So I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not mad at Jay-Z at all.
Can I ask y'all personal top 3 rappers?
This will be the ending for this.
I'll be done. That's all I want to ask.
My personal all time or just in general?
All time. Your personal all time 3 rappers.
Oh,
period.
And all time is Kendrick, Jay-Z, J. Cole.
Lil Wayne, Kendrick, and Tupac.
Jay-Z, Biggie, Kanye, Andre outside looking in.
Oh, I'm from Mississippi, so Lil Wayne gonna be enough for me.
Mine would probably be stuck with that third one. It'd probably be Jay-Z, M, and Wayne. Or Jay-Z, M, and Drake. One of them 3 probably.
Jay-Z, Eminem, and Wayne?
Yeah, it'd probably be Jay-Z, M, and Wayne. Then probably be my 3 easy.
I would say that it's respectful, and I would listen to all y'all playlists. That's what I'm saying. I would listen to all y'all playlists, bro.
But I think we're gonna end it at that.
The South got Lil Wayne in them, I think.
We knew this was gonna. I knew this was gonna get ugly. I already knew off rip that was gonna get ugly. But appreciate everybody for watching another episode of Make It Make Sense. Enjoy your
niggas will pick Lil Boosie in their top 5.
Oh yeah.
Make sure y'all like, subscribe to everybody here. Quick rundowns of who we are. Hollywood, Timberlake. Where can we find you right quick?
Listen, man, it's your boy Hollywood Sensei the Blair Cartel, aka Justin Timberlake. You know what I mean? You know, you can follow me anywhere the Blair Cartel is, which is Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch. And also, you can catch me every Thursday at 7 on the What It Sound Like podcast, also on all social media platforms. And then you can follow me, Hollywood_Sensei 215 on all social media platforms as well.
Le Prophet.
The Prophet representing the alma mater, Southern Miss Golden Eagle. Shout out to them. Picking the Super Bowl correctly every year. Just come check us out over on 99 Sports doing casual conversations. We got GGC Mafia show on Monday, where Monday will probably be here. And we talking about 2000s movies.
Superhero
movies. Yeah, we're going to talk about the superhero movies.
S-tier.
Yeah, we're going S-tier. What y'all got? Let us know.
S-tier Green Lantern. You know what I mean? Rakim, Pac, and Nas respectable. Biggie,
interesting. It's respectable. Interesting.
You know what I mean? But yeah, Green Lantern, S-tier movie.
Oh, my mic keep messing up, but yeah, you can just find me over on 99_Zelmay, and you can get my opinions, in which will probably anger you, but I don't care. It's fine. Catch a conversation every Wednesday with Tori. That's what we show going to you. There's no jump on that. I'm beating my tape.
I'm forgetting I'm muted this whole time. Unico, you up next?
It's your boy Unico Williams, Unico_Williams on Twitter. We are paying for Twitter at this point. We doing big numbers, so I don't know what y'all doing, but it is what it is. Also, UnicoWilliams.com. All of the links that you clicked is going to lead you right here to what you're watching right now and in the future. So 100% go to UnicoWilliams.com if you want to catch up on some of the podcasts, if you want to just listen on your way to work, or if you get sitting down and you just want to watch us, that's what's up. Do you hear me with Unico Williams? I'm every day on Overall 99 Media. I'm coming through. It is what it is. And we're going to talk about everything from sports to what's going on as far as our society and black folk. And sometimes Jill Biden kisses Kamala Harris' husband. And we'll talk about that too. So it's,
you saw that
it's
grip?
Like,
you saw that hand?
It's like that. It's like, hey, it's like that. They want to be somebody. We know that Joe Biden might be on his way out the real dough. Like, you know, like not the presidential dough, just like I'm coming to see Jesus.
No, he been stronger lately. He's sniffing all them grown men. I don't know what
he walking to that upper room.
Yeah,
he taking the elevator too. He
Dark Brandon.
And I just and you know that means Kamala Harris will come up and she might have a first gentleman, and you know maybe Jill might be the second lady. So I just throw it out there.
Silly. And of course, I'm your host, the one and only Monterey Hudson. Everywhere it says Monterey Hudson, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever, come find, come follow, come hear what I got to say. We're going to be here every Saturday. Enjoy your Super Bowl. Make sure y'all step through tomorrow for the combination of Justin Timberlake and Le Prophet going through your Super Bowl and superheroes and everything super. And, you know, have a super weekend. Y'all are super people. We appreciate y'all. We out. Tune in next week for what we got planned. See you next time.